Good morning once more. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So right now we're looking at the 15-minute chart, and I'm just marking out above and below these two fair value gaps. So I'm looking to see how price react off of these. See price came up here, went to consequent encouragement just about, and then on this one it looked like it wants to break it, so I want to see what happens there. Right now we're in the silver bullet. All right. Let's see what we see here. Let's mark out our three. All right, and now that they break that 15-minute, I'm actually looking here. Let's see what it does. I'm looking at this 2-minute inversion. Just adjust these a little bit just to make there. Here we go. All right. So I want to see how it reacts. I'm gonna wait for this 2-minute. We do have a 2-minute here as well. So let's adjust that to 2-minute. And now that it trade below it, we're gonna see if it's close below it. And then we could look for a chart. But let's see how it trades below here. Right now we're just waiting. Okay, so you see how it trades below here. Now this became minus inversion because it closed below this candle, but I'm waiting for this 2-minute to be broken. Then we'll look to go short. So let's see what happens here. Also to note that we are below the midnight open. So with that, I would like to look for a long setup going back to the midnight open. But whenever I see prices breaking like bullish order blocks in fair value gaps, like price should support this going higher. If it keeps doing that, then we're looking for these inefficiencies here. See one here. We got sell side down here as a drawing liquidity, so we could enter with one contract and target these lows, these inefficiencies here. We just reduce our leverage there. All right, so price tap this. I'm just waiting on this 2-minute to become inverted. Let's get that's in there too. There you go. That's better. And if this becomes inverted, then I'll take that short sell up. So if you want to see this stays inverted, and that's why I usually wait for the second fair value gap to be broken whenever I see fair value gaps, like at least two. I try to wait for the second one here. I want to see what it does during the first one. I've back tested and see how it behaves during the first one, so I'm just waiting for that. Usually I don't like to see that, what it's doing there. See how it looks on the 15-minute. All right, see. If let's just adjust this a little bit. Okay, price didn't even close below it, but it's moving heavy, so okay, so we're still watching. Let's go back down to our 2-minute here. See what price is doing now here. It's a little bit bigger. There you go. All right. I guess this was like the first inverted one here. It is a couple inverted fair value gaps here, because this one here is another inverted fair value gap, right? This is technically the first one. This is the second, this is the third. So price breaks this one, came back. Now we're breaking down here. Price breaks this one for sure. So we know price breaks this one, so we're going to keep this one off the chart. So now let's just see how it behaves. Go back to our 15-minute. Alright, so right now if I'm looking, let me just change this not to be confusing. I'll change it back over. But if I'm looking at this here, in this 15-minute, the 15-minute is not inverted. So what I should be looking for now is price probably wants to go take out these high or go back up to the midnight open. Until this gets inverted, we're not looking for a short at the moment. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. So this one, I'm gonna actually take this one off because price is doing something else. We're gonna look for this here. This is a 2-minute. Let's see how it looks on the 1-minute chart. It's right here. Just messing with that a little bit there. As you can see, price is playing around here. Closed in that gap that was going to be there. Let's see. If price closes above it, I'm actually going to take a buy setup. Just see how it closes over here first. I want a closure outside of this, and then I'll look to go long. stop loss placement. Okay. Okay. Looking at about here, see price trades here, and then go back up. Okay, if it stays like this, so price, let's see, what I was looking at is treating gaps as wicks, or say that differently, treating wicks as gap. So I was looking at this candle here, this wick, draw it out from the body to the low of it, and we treat that as a gap. So we'll see how price trades here. Right now, what I'm getting from price is that I'm not getting a clear direction at the moment, because we broke here, right? Created a 2-minute fair value gap, broke this 2-minute fair value gap, which is inverted, went back up to this fair value gap here, then we are reacting off of that. Let's get this off our charts. Now it's reacting off of this, and now what do you want to do? Do you want to come down here, break this, and then go for these lows? So it might be that's what it wants to do, right? Right now I'm just reading price action, see what price wants to do. After breaking this 2-minute, made it inverted, then went back up to this 2-minute fair value gap. Now price is being supported there, sending price back below here. So now I want to see actually price break this 2-minute fair value gap here. If it goes back up and, you know, doing some other stuff up here, yeah, that I'm just gonna sit on my hands maybe until the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock silver bullet. But for right now, I'm just, there's nothing in the chart right now that I like. That's just for this 2-minute fair value gap I like. If price just breaks this here, I like this to take like a little short setup, going short there, but nothing as yet. Let's just see what price wants to do, and When it does something, we will come back. All right. All right, price is looking heavy here. Went up back to this 2-minute fair value gap there. Whoever trade institutional auto flow entry drill will get in right there. But as you know, we trade the inversion during the silver bullet, so that's what we're looking for. So now we trade below here. Now we're looking for a closure below this here. Once we get a closure, then we will look for a short setup. Not until we get the closure. We're not going to jump in until we get that closure. So now it's just a waiting game, just being patient. Just waiting and being patient to see if price wants to give us what we're looking for in the chart. So it closed below the lower half of this fair value gap. Usually that means it's going to become inverted because price is so heavy. So now what I want to see, stop loss would be here if I'm getting this trade. Stop loss will be up here. But let's see. Once we get a closure, price may want to go back and visit this fair value gap here. Just about 1 minute or so for the candle close. Alright, so we have about 25 seconds before this candle close. If it's, we're just gonna wait for the candle to completely close. But I do believe this is, let's see, 10 seconds. See what, yeah, it's safe to say this is gonna be inverted. Yeah, so it just closed about right there, so I'm gonna go in with one contract here. Wait for it to come a little bit more. Alright, I'm actually gonna take that. Stop loss is above these here. Put my stop there. I want to see if it wants to trade up here. I want to see it stay in this here. So we could draw that out. Chart's a little bit cluttered, but just want to show that here. Just 2 minute fair value gap. So if it wants to trade up there, I would preferably not like to see that, and then, you know, it just pokes it and then melts. But it's okay if it trades to about consequent encouragement of that there. I wouldn't want to see that, but if price goes above here, then I wouldn't want to be in a trade anymore. Then we could use this as like an institutional order floor entry drill. One right here, one right here. But I waited for the inversion. That's what we trade. And now what we do, we go on our 5 minute and we look for targets. So I'm looking here as a potential target. This is a sell side liquidity there. And we have a 5 minute fair value gap there. Let's go back up to the 2 minute. See what price does there. Okay. Let's go back to 15. Now we're just cycling through time frames to see what price is doing. Okay. I think price is just reacting off of this. Let's see how it looks here. As we said earlier, we treat wicks as gaps. So price is just reacting off of this wick here. but I do want to see price stay heavy. So let's put that back. This is what we're talking about here. We want to see if it wants to go there. We want to see it stay below consequent encouragement of this 2-minute fair value gap there. I wouldn't want to see it trade back up here. Want to see stops like about there, right? And then go lower. Well, that's what I'm looking for. So, but the thing about this trade is that we followed all our rules. We waited patiently for this 2-minute fair value gap to become inverted. It did. We have a 2-minute fair value gap here. Price, we're looking for price to trade about consequent encouragement of that, and then go lower. If it goes higher, then we're not looking to be in the trade anymore. My stop loss is above here. I know it's a bit high, but I'm watching this fair value gap here, because if price breaks this, I wouldn't want to be in a trade anymore. I'd probably just collapse the trade. But we're just watching. If price breaks this low here, I'm going to reduce my stop a bit, because if price breaks this low here, right, trade below even this here, if price trades below there, in theory you wouldn't want to see it come back up in here. So if it does break this low here, or either this low, my stop loss would be reduced a bit, just to protect my capital. Alright, so now price broke that low, so now we reduce our stop. Now I'm going to reduce my stop about here. Make sure, yep, so that's about right. I know I don't have a stop loss take profit in, so let's just mark out a take profit, because we are below the midnight open, right? But we're targeting this here. So once price reaches, let's see, our entry about here, stop loss about there. I'm actually gonna go for a 1 to 2 here, risk to reward. So here we're gonna take our gonna get out of the trade right there. So looking for a 1 to 2 risk to reward here. Price took off the sell side. If I was 2 contract in, one would come off here. Looking for this to be treated as a bearish order block. Know a lot going on my chart right now, but I just want to mark out everything that I'm looking at. Just building a narrative for this trade. See, I might reduce this as a break even because I wouldn't want to see price close above here. So here, tap that order block. Now I want to see price actually go towards our take profit. I wouldn't want to see price close above here. See how it just wicks that order block. Now I want to see this actually breaks lower, not higher. So I'm gonna actually reduce my stop just a bit lower, just to protect my, as I said, gotta protect that capital. Because if we're reading price correctly, we wouldn't want to see this order block here get disrespected. If it does, then we're looking for price to go back all the way up here, and I don't want to be in that trade anymore. So we're reducing our stop just to protect the capital in case this candle here breaks above here. So that's what we're looking at. All right, so it's actually doing. Here we go. Even before I could talk. Not sure if I put something in wrong there, but I'll check that out after. I'll check that out after, because that was supposed to take me out completely, but it looks like it put me in 2 contracts and then almost like a buy. But I'm trying to buy back that one, but we'll check that out and make sure that's corrected. But yeah, this is how I go over price. Reading price action during the silver bullet, just to do a little breakdown of this trade. Came in, went on the 15-minute chart. 15-minute was here, another one was about here if I'm not mistaken. Let's just go up to the 15-minute, look at it. Yep, right here. So you see how price broke this 15-minute fair value gap here with this candle, and then this candle, we treat that as an inversion on the 15-minute. We could have entered here and then price breaks lower, but we take our trade on the 2-minute. So I was looking at this 2-minute fair value gap, this one here, and I have a couple more just to see what price is doing. So I was looking for the inversion fair value gaps to support a narrative, or to build a narrative so I could enter a trade. I was looking for this fair value gap to be broken. We got that here. I entered about here. Stop loss was about here. And then while price breaks lower under these candles, I reduce my stop loss. Draw this out, this order block. Price came, tapped that order block, and then went to our take profit. And that's how, yeah, that's really it. So, yeah, if you want to see more of this kind of trade, you already know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I specifically trade the ICT silver bullet, and I'll look for the inversion during that time. If I don't get that, then we don't enter a trade. We try to stay disciplined. Notice I said try, because we do break rules sometimes, right? But we have to try our best to stay disciplined and stay locked into our rules that we make. But with that, thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm out.